Was I wrong to warn my ex's new boyfriend about her? This story came September 13th, 2024. My 36 male, now ex 34 female, and I had a 15-year-long relationship. As with everything, the relationship wasn't perfect. After 15 years, we thought it was impossible to continue and we broke up. We have a kid together and began to co-parent well. I moved on from the relationship and I found someone that made me happy. While dating for a year, my ex continually would bring up the subject of getting back together. She would tell me that she couldn't see life without me, that she's always loved me and wanted the 15 years to not have gone to waste, that our kid was happiest when we were together. I would continue to hold my ground, advising that we were not happy and that it would likely end as bad, if not worse, as it did. My relationship with my new girlfriend didn't last. It was amazing until it wasn't. And at that point, it was a train wreck that you couldn't look away from. I walked away from that relationship knowing I needed to heal from what was done. Nearly a month after the breakup, my ex brought up us being together again. She went through the same reasons as before and added in how she had been working on herself, rediscovering who she was and what she wanted in her life, but still wanted that life with me. She did highlight our kids' happiness again. I spent a few days wrestling with the decision. I did love her and our kid would be excited to have both of her parents back. In order to do this though, I would have to drop some barriers I put in place to prevent myself from being hurt. But I decided that even if I could be mostly happy, it was worth the shot. The classic when they come back and they're like, I've changed. I'm a better person now. Clearly, this doesn't last based off the title. So I went home, I showed up and gave her what she wanted. She had said that physical touch and emotion were lacking in our relationship. I went all in. I made sure to do almost everything she asked for. The one thing I wouldn't give into was a proposal. We had a discussion years previous and I explained that I do not believe in marriage, but I will be everything a husband should be. But before we continue, why did I leave in the first place? Our relationship got worse and worse. It was driven by her inability to financially stable herself. She would overspend at every opportunity. This wasn't a glitch that happened once or twice. It was all the time for the entire relationship. She would have these dreams of more, bigger house, new cars, vacations, designer bags, etc. I told her repeatedly all that would be possible if she helped support and contribute to our family. I always kept the roof over our head, food on the tables, utilities paid, and the kid clothed and taken care of. I paid to put her through school 3 different times, failing out the first, and pursuing a degree and then an advanced degree in her dream job. With this job, she began making more than me, but I was still the only one providing for our home. She still demanded more, but would never contribute to that. She spent thousands on herself while never saving or asking what the bills even were. And she knew what they were. I had made spreadsheets, printouts, bill due boards, and all the works. As she would overspend at her new income rate, she would fall short on things like her phone, car insurance, and at the time, brand new car. I had to make up for the difference, and that was always a struggle. I don't even know if that would feel like a partnership at that point. It would almost feel like you have like a teenager and you have to micromanage their every move and their spendings and you're paying all the bills. I don't know. Some people, that is their relationship. None of my business. It just couldn't be me. Over time, the more I struggled, the more I withdrew from the emotion and input into our relationship. We talked many times through the years as to why it was happening and how it could be stopped. Still, it continued. So she asked me again to come back. She said she made changes, she was paying off her bills, she was saving money, and that she was financially stable. I came home Monday after work. My kid was excited to see me on a day I wasn't supposed to pick her up. I walked over to my girlfriend, gave her a kiss, and I told her that I loved her. I went all in, all of the emotion, the touch, the intimacy. She was smiling, almost glowing. This lasted a whole 12 days. Oh my God. I mean, I was expecting more than 12 days. On the 13th day, we were taking the boat out. As we left the marina, she mentioned that we needed to have a talk. I told her we would once anchored. My kid left some friends of ours and we decided to have a talk. She advised me that she had been talking to people on Facebook dating while we were separated. Of course, I knew this. I even pushed her forward to do it, wanting her to move on, and that there was a guy who she had met and dated for a little bit, but it didn't seem to go anywhere. I told her I knew, but I didn't understand why this was important now. She then told me that he messaged her recently and mentioned pursuing a full relationship. She said that since he showed interest, she was more interested in trying that than to try us again. Oh boy. I was hurt, pissed, slightly stunned. I asked her why the hell she asked for us to be a thing again if she was entertaining that all along. She told me that she knew what she said and asked for, but she found better. She said that she was more interested in, quote, starting new with someone who didn't know about her past, that she didn't want to rebuild, she wanted new. I asked her again why she would ask me to come back, and then it popped into my mind. I was, of course, the backup plan. Duh! I told her that I chose her knowing all of her faults, all of her choices, all of the things she had done in our relationship. I chose her and our family. She responded that I was right. I did, but she doesn't trust me. I wasn't a safe bet. I was now a risk she wouldn't take because she didn't want a fight to happen in the future where I bring up her past. Some of this really didn't make sense. I'd always been there, supportive and dependable. I decided the rest of the talk could wait. Our daughter had come back. The next morning, I asked her what she meant by me not being a safe bet and being a risk. Whoa. All I'll say is, lucky you that I kept that one inside. She told me that she deserves her happiness and wants it with someone who doesn't know her past. But she doesn't owe me answers. I need to accept it and move on. I told her I had moved on. I had started rebuilding my life and moving forward in a new relationship. She was the one who repeatedly kept asking for me back. She told me that she knows that, but the new guy had shown kindness and interest, and she would never ever let me hurt her again. The hurt she's talking about was me leaving and moving on when our relationship dissolved into nothing. I told her that I'd always been dependable, always been the provider, always did everything for our family. I made our lives possible, even with her taking our financial stability. She responded that I ruined her whole life and didn't deserve her. That I needed to accept she doesn't need me and I need to move on. That little voice that told me to love her went away. That little bridge that existed through everything we experienced went up in flames. My mind broke. How could she tell me I ruined her life while making her entire life possible for 15 years? I wanted answers to that, and she refused to give me them. She told me I didn't deserve them. I stormed off, lost in the oblivion of complete mind that had just happened. She had mentioned his first name in conversation and that he was military. I checked her Facebook and there he was. Now, I was hurt and I was pissed. Not a good combination. I decided he needed to know everything that she had ever done. I wanted him to know what she wanted hidden. This was the message I sent to him. Hey, name. You probably know who I am. If not, I'm blank's now ex. She's not who she appears to be. I wish I could have been warned about her morals and character before I started dating her. She was cheated on every relationship that she's ever been in, multiple times. She cheated on her husband, admitted that she used him to get out of a small town, claimed that he physically assaulted her. She self-inflicted bruises and caused intentional escalation in front of others to discredit him. She lied, stating her high school boyfriend threatened to end her life and hurt her, lied again, stating that he tracked her down in Tulsa after moving, broke in, harmed her, and left. Again, she self-inflicted torso bruising and a facial cut. What is going on? Okay, this is far more than just like some financial instability. You dated her and went back to her after knowing all of this? Okay. She lied about having cancer. She looked up research patients under a specific type of cancer, learned the drug names and symptoms and side effects, imitated them, claimed she had to go to Dallas to have a cancerous tumor removed from the area between lung and heart, told me not to contact her while gone as her husband would have her phone while in surgery. So you were dating her while she was married? Stated to not talk to husband about the cancer or health issues as it was a heavy burden and an emotional trigger for him. Returning home, she wore wound and ace bandages around upper torso. Left one night stating staples had pushed out of place and had to go to the emergency room. Refused to let me take her. Had to take her home and then allow her husband to take her. Provided fake staple as proof and continued to wear wound and ace bandage wraps. Later then stated that the surgery was laparoscopic and staples internal, explaining such a small scar once the bandages were actually removed. The full truth came to light during the pregnancy of our child, as she neglected to list cancer in the family history. When pressed about it, as it was something so vital, had to threaten to contact her mother for information, she finally told the truth that it was all a lie for attention. Bro, you're the one who dated her for 15 years knowing this and she was married? What is happening? She attempted to be an exotic dancer to pay her bills while lying about where she worked, lied about finances and spending, resulting in her leaving my home when required to be financially responsible, told my family that I was abusive and cheating on her and needed their help to get away from me. During time away and finding out she was pregnant, could not maintain financial stability due to overspending, resulting in all utilities being disconnected, no food in our home, and eventually eviction. While gone, she began dating a substance addict, rekindled a relationship with me, and continued to cheat on me with him. You're telling me you guys broke up and kept getting back together this whole time? I don't know if I can feel bad for you anymore. She stated that she had the right to do so in case I was just pretending to love her and care for her. Returned to our relationship, still refusing to be financially stable. Our child is born and she thinks that there would be no way that I would kick her out. As her text messages read, she was secure now. I broke up with her and I told her to move out. I dated a coworker for a couple of weeks and she called this cheating. I ended my relationship and I came back to support my 8-month-old. How many breakups are we at? 2, 3? Continued refusal to be financially stable, resulting in relationship instability due to our problems. We tried to part ways. She was caught at work doing unskilled duties, resulting in termination. Returned to relationship. Continued refusal to be financially stable for the family, resulting in further breakdown of relationship. Begins telling me the same lies as previous when being caught cheating when inquiring about her whereabouts. Clock in and out times and unusual spending locations. Begins telling people that we are not really together, we are just raising our child as roommates, while demanding to work on our relationship. Proof found that she was attempting to cheat again, or as a higher potential, did cheat with multiple coworkers. Her and her friend lied about cheating and stated that they were assaulted to cover it up. Later lied about someone she is bringing to my home. Called him by a different name. When asked who he was, he gave his first and middle name. It was the same person who allegedly threatened her life, broke in, and harmed her. After our relationship ended, she vandalized my new girlfriend's car and egged her house. She stole her belongings to dress in them and take pictures. She stalked her for months. Between June and August 18th, she attempted to return to our relationship multiple times. Once she received what she wanted for 2 weeks. Oh my God. We're at like 5 breakups minimum at this point. Once she received what she wanted for 2 weeks, she decided to, as she put it, pursue a relationship with someone who didn't know about her past. She deserves happiness and I have ruined her life. And states that me requiring her to be a financially stable adult and to contribute to the household is extortion, coercion, and justification for cheating. I just learned she is currently 4 months in error on rent, continued massive overdraft on our accounts, unable to afford home needs but can spend money on fast food, coffee, random Amazon purchases, etc. I know she has been seeing us both at the same time, so if you've been together since the middle of August, she's been cheating on you too. Good luck. Am I wrong for doing this? And yes, I know and fully understand I am an idiot for keeping her through this many years, and more so for allowing myself to go back again. No, not just again and again and again, and you almost had me fooled. You almost had me feeling bad for you. when someone shows you their true colors. Don't make yourself colorblind, okay? We're gonna see what Reddit has to say, because I can't wait. People are pretty freaking savage over there. But first, we're gonna hydrate. Clearly my throat needs some water. Cheers. Drink your water. Oh my gosh. Guys, this whole fiance thing, I am just not used to it. My ring, how dare I not have it on? It's right here. Because I'm so like, it's so silly. I'm just so like, washing my hands. Like everything I do, I'm just like, oh, there's like a, you know, a fancy ring on my finger now. And I like keep talking about Matt. I'm like, oh, my boyfriend. I'm like, nope, there's a new title. I'm just not getting used to it yet. Hi guys, so I have a question. Is there any certain merch or phrases or something specific that you want? Obviously I'm wearing one of my old pieces of merch, but we have been designing some brand new merch designs that are coming out this year. And we're still in the design phase. And I'm like, I feel like maybe I should just ask and see, what is that? Really? Little rat's tail. Anyways, is there anything specific? I've seen some comments over the months that I've already taken notes and been put into design, but now's the opportunity. If there's anything specific you want to see, let me know. All right, so some of the comments. Someone said, wait, you were together for 15 years since she was 19, but she had a husband? Exactly. OP said, yes, she married him at the end of high school, moved across state right after the wedding, claimed that he secluded her and became abusive. It was much later that she admitted that it was just using him. Next comment, how old was the man that she married at the end of high school? OP said they were the same age, they were in school together. Next comment, firstly, do a DNA test because she's cheated so many times. How do you know the kid is yours? Then go no contact with her and this woman because she ruins lives. OP said, I did the first time she played the how do you even know that she's yours card. I did the test and she's mine. And then there is some additional info from OP, which is the original poster. And he added this to the post and it says, alrighty, ladies and gents, I went out and I met the guy tonight. Oh my gosh, to be a fly on the wall. I found out that while my ex and I had discussed not introducing our kid to new interests for at least 6 months, she violated this and introduced my kid to him yesterday. We talked about the message I sent and he wanted some proof. When provided with what I had in hand, he became noticeably irritated and said he would be talking with her about it to see what she had to say. Before he left, we discussed the overlap in time of relationships. He showed me his texts through the last 7 weeks of her stating I wasn't any part of her life except her kid's dad. He understood that she had, of course, been cheating on him during their short relationship. I received a message from her a couple hours later. It said, thanks for effing up my life again, you effing prick. Hopefully, he ran. We're gonna find out because we have another update, which is just music to my ears. I hate when the stories aren't full. And I know you guys do too, but I don't write them and I don't read them beforehand. That defeats the entire purpose of my channel. All right, ooh, we've got a fresh update. This one came, it says nearly 18 months later, March 6th, 2026. It was a long read and it's been a long while, but here is the update. Where is she now? Well, he's not her boyfriend anymore. Oh my gosh, now he's the husband. What a fool. Your relationship starts by cheating and now you're married? That's wild to me. Wild. They married about 6 months in. Shortly after they got married, she had to stop working due to a knee injury that, quote, has hurt so bad for years, she can't keep working on it. Now he's paying for everything. And he got one hell of a dose of reality when I sent him her nearly $5,000 turnpike bill that came to my mailbox, and many others. Unfortunately for her, she has learned that Mr. Military has some deep and nasty anger issues that came to the surface right after the honeymoon phase phase was over. No, I didn't step in. No, I didn't play the white knight. I walked away, right to a lawyer, and I fought for my kid. For me, I had some bumps at the start, but I kept working at it. I decided to walk away from the dating world for a while and focus on my daughter. I didn't get full custody, but she's with me 75+% of the time, plus any additional where she wants to be with me. We now only talk when it's specific to my daughter. For a brief time, we talked a bit more freely at drop-offs, but that ended when she, in front of her husband, was saying goodbye. She let off, "Thank you for keeping her this weekend. Have a great week. Love you." I looked at her husband, trying to make a joke. I asked if he was planning on staying over or if that was meant for me. Oh my God. While it got a bit nasty for me for a few days, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall at their place. He was territorial. I reminded him that I was happy that she was out of my life as much as possible. It simmered down. Therapy is part of my life now. For those of you who think there is some odd taboo about it, don't. It's good, it's helpful, at least try it if you are struggling with something. A handful of months ago, a wonderful woman came into my life. She is my best friend and more. She's amazing with my daughter, and she has amazing kids of her own. Her family knows the past and pushes me to the future. I'm doing good. All right. Okay. Let's see what some people are saying now. Someone commented and said, "My biggest surprise out of all of this was that OP not only knew about all of those terrible things that she did, but took her back multiple times after she did many of them directly to him." Yeah. Like, not even just taking her back once. And like, you knew she had a husband and you were like, just fine being the boyfriend, whatever. Next comment. "Well, I hope you don't repeat the dumbassery of last year. You were wrong for bringing up her saying I love you in front of a guy that you know has anger issues. No, you don't have to rescue her and she needs to be as far as possible from you, but you don't need to actually put her in danger, especially as you were complicit in her cheating with full knowledge and repeatedly taking her back despite everything she pulled. Be better for your daughter's sake." Oh, interesting. So essentially you think he purposely was like stirring the pot there with that whole situation. I mean, there's no denying. If he didn't hear that comment, bringing it up was definitely, you knew what it was gonna do. Next comment. "You come across as problematic yourself, to be honest." Are you guys getting that vibe? And last comment, "The two of you are toxic and chaotic. Nothing has changed, so I am glad you are going to therapy." Oh my God. All right. Well, I do want to know from your perspective, since you're very on the outside. I'm reading it, you're just listening. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.